thrilled to talk to you about something that's very important to me, and that is living your best life. And the question that I have for all of you is, as we talk about living on this other side of imagination, is that all of us have an imagination. In fact, all of us are living our lives every day. The question becomes, are we living our best life? So let me find out who's in the room. Who in here today would say, yes, I'm living my best life right now? All 10 of you. But it is so important every day of our lives that we live it to the fullest and that we do live our best lives. So let me ask this second question then, since only 10 of us are really living our best lives, is how many of you would say then with your dreams, that if you had to live your life all over again, you would do some things differently? Okay, that sounds like everyone. I saw hands in the room go up. Do you know that 90% of people around the world, and studies that's been done, people say the same thing? So the question is, how come we are not living our best lives? How come we're not living the dreams that we've always laid out for ourselves? What are some of the reasons why you'd say that we're not living our dreams? This is where I want to hear from you. I want to get some responses. Why aren't we living our best life, and why aren't we accomplishing the dreams that we've set out? Fear. What else? Money. Doubt. What else? Support. And she said men? Is that what she said? We do have a few good men in here, right? Where are my brave men at? I saw that there were a couple of men in the room. We do love our men, and some of us need men, right? So it is important for us to understand, first of all, why is it that we're not accomplishing our dreams and living our best life? And absolutely, the number one thing is fear. People fear every day different things. They fear what other people think. They fear failing. They fear that they're not going to be able to sustain the success, so they fear success. What about just fear of the unknown? See, most people do live their life fearing the unknown. And oftentimes we stay in our comfort zones, and that's one of the other reasons why we don't live our best lives, is because we have a low sense of self-worth, and we also live in our comfort zones. We're living in the past. We don't feel good about who we are, and then we believe the negative talk that comes not only from the people around us, but it also comes from ourselves. We live in our comfort zones. Even if it's unhealthy, even if it's something that we don't enjoy, if we're unhappy, even if we're living in hell. How many of you have been in situations where you're just living in hell? I've been there before. I've lived in some hellacious situations, and I stayed in them too long. But the reason I stayed in those situations is because it was what I knew. And I was afraid to knock on door number 2. I was afraid to go and see what was going to happen if I took this step, if I stepped out on my own. And oftentimes we do. We have these fears of what is the unknown. But how about then, instead of living in our known hell, what if we lived in an unknown heaven? What if we did try to take those risks? What if we did step out and do the things that we know we want to do? Because what's the worst that can happen? You fail, but you learn from it, right? You fail. I always say if you're going to fail, fail fast and fail forward. Learn from the situation. And then the other reason why we don't live our dreams is because we oftentimes play the role of victim. Woe is me, I can't do it. Do you know where I came from? I keep hearing these negative things, right? I don't feel like I'm capable enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not educated enough. But we believe the hype. And so oftentimes when we are thinking about the life that we really want to live, most people, as my mentor would say, let me go back to this one. Most people, as my mentor would say, is that we don't fail in life because we aim too high and miss. We fail in life because we aim too low and we hit. That's tweetable. We don't fail in life because we aim too high and miss, but it's because we aim too low and we hit. We don't always think of the bigger, the better, the greater. And I can tell you that we are all in here called to do something great, something wonderful, something unique, and something special. So there's a couple of things that I had to do with my life in order to be living it on the other side of imagination.